fertilizer. So it's not like crazy windy today or anything. It's just a little bit breezy. So I think it's gonna work to spread out some fertilizer. I'm just gonna switch to a different field right here. And you go here, field number, that one. Wait for that all to load. This is not gonna be enough. I tried filling it up pretty high, but so I might have to fill up just a little bit more. I do not think that's gonna be enough to finish the entire circle, but it's gonna be enough to at least do half of it. And looks like we're at the right track. Yep, we're doing 180. All right, I'm gonna quickly spread out a little bit of fertilizer, come back here and fill up. And then I might go start listing up some beds. Well, it was still working fine, but the wind picked up a little bit, and I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I want it to spread evenly, so I'm just gonna have to wait maybe till today evening. Spread it about 30 acres, so if we do decide to turn on the pivot today, which most likely we will, the pivot can still go for a little bit, and then today evening, maybe around 6, 7, sometime like that, whenever the wind dies down, then we'll finish spreading this half. So as for now, I'm gonna go hop into our brand new tractor. But first, while I'm here, might as well fill it up. I didn't quite get a full load, so this is definitely not going to be enough to finish this field right here. I think we might need just half a trailer full and then we should be able to finish it. But there's a little bit of chance of rain in the next couple of days, so I don't know when we'll get around to finishing this field, so I'm just going to put this tarp back on here. We have it on here. We bought this tarp and put it on this hopper box. So situations like this is actually really nice, because then I can cover this tarp up, drop down. I can cover this with the tarp and then keep it from getting rained on or anything. So anyways, on to the next job. Look at that beautiful tractor. Oh yeah, it's finally time for me to use our brand new 280 tractor. Love it. Let's go make some rows. Yeah, I'm running a little bit low on that def, so I'm gonna have to definitely fill that up first. Filling. All right, I'm full on diesel and def. Now let's go list up some beds. I will say one thing that I've noticed quite a bit already with this handle and everything. If you're trying to do some very petite work, if you're trying to like go around a post or go around a well or anything like that, it's a little bit difficult. It takes some getting used to. Going a little bit slowly with this handle, it's definitely takes some getting used to. But if you're in the tractor 24/7 and you're driving it a lot throughout the year and everything, you'd have no problem getting used to it. But I've driven this thing so little that I'm not really used to it yet, but I think I'll get used to it. Yeah, with this long of a toolbar, you definitely want these chains on there. This is a 16 row toolbar, and what these chains will do, if I can get it straight, if I can pull it this way, these chains are going to hook up to the front of this tractor right here, and these are going to keep the toolbar straighter with the tractor, so the toolbar is not shaking side to side as it's pulling along. So this is going to help for a lot straighter and neater rows. I just gotta set them to the right length. It's supposed to be 16 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right. I can do this one-handed. Not really. But there you go. It's already somewhat tighter. And then once it lets down, it's gonna be really tight. That's gonna keep everything very straight. And just gonna go into the field right here. And just like that, we're making beautiful rows. And in exactly this type of scenario, it's a little bit difficult to maneuver around here, trying to go slowly but yet trying to get as close. Well, right now I have all this open room because I haven't made any beds there yet, but if I would have made beds there, then moving around here would have been a little bit more difficult. But it works, it just takes some getting used to. And that's nice, you have these buttons here. You can use that to let down each swing, or that's what we have them set to. So that's actually pretty handy. I don't mind that. And then just use the I-Tick again. There you go. Absolutely beautiful. "48 feet wide." And if you're wondering, that last row right there is doing double, just so that we have 16 rows, 16 rows, and that way it comes out perfectly to the planter. The planter just drives exactly where this tractor drives, and then it comes out perfectly everywhere we want to drive and everything. So this right here is going to be a beautiful seed bed where we're going to plant our peanuts onto, or into. I'm really excited for that. These are really nice looking rows. This is a new lister bar that we have. We used to have a 12 rower, so it didn't really come out perfectly with the planters and everything. So we got this one. They made this bar for us, and then we put all the units on there and everything. So we now have a 16 row lister bar, and I love this thing way better than that 12 rower. It works a whole lot better. You can cover a whole lot more acres. It works amazing. But with being 16 rows, this 280 is struggling a little bit. Sometimes we're maxing out its power, so it's barely big enough for what we're doing. I'm absolutely loving these foot pegs. They are so comfortable. Plus, not to mention this this massaging seat that we got here. I do very much enjoy that, so it's very comfortable. But so far, everything's still working great. Rows are still looking really nice. Haven't got any issues yet. And we are done. For now, anyway. Gonna finish the other half of that circle tomorrow. But now, I'm gonna hop back into the spreader. Gonna finish this field that I was starting earlier. The wind died down now, so now it's pretty calm. So now I'm gonna quickly finish spreading that. Then I gotta move the spreader like 20 miles away. And do a couple of other things. So I still got a busy day ahead of me. And if you're wondering what kind of busters we have on it, that's what they look like. But done with that job, so I'm gonna quickly finish spreading. We're spreading. Well, just got here with the spreader to the next field, and it actually started sprinkling a little. It's actually kind of nice. It's refreshing. Anyways, they just barely finished baling about 120 acres, so they don't need this rake anymore. That's what I have behind me. I'm just going to take this tractor and the rake to the next field because I do not have my truck here to go home if I need to. So bringing this to the next field, that way it's ready there whenever we want to start baling. And then someone will have to pick me up from there and drop me off at my truck. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna see if, I don't know who's gonna do it, maybe I'll have to do it. We gotta spread about 140-ish acres here. So that's gonna need to be done tomorrow. And then maybe some more listering tomorrow. So it's the next morning, and the first thing that I gotta do, which yesterday I called my cousin and he was able to start spreading that, so he's gonna finish spreading that for me. I'm here now. I gotta switch two pivots. I got to turn on this one and turn on a different one. So what I gotta do here is just open this valve, let her go. Oh, come on. Don't want to open it too quickly or else there's too much pressure going into the line. There's quite a bit of pressure here. Open that one all the way. And then close this valve all the way. And can't forget to turn off this pivot. Which I finished listing up beds on this half yesterday. So today I'm actually going to start on this half right here. Gonna finish this half with listing up with beds, and then I gotta move to a new field and do, well, I'm going to try to get about close to like 300 acres done. We'll see how far I get done, but we'll see. Well, it's like 480 acres, give or take. But we'll see how far I get done today. Now that this pivot is watering, I'm just gonna drive along here real quick and just to make sure all the tips are open. There's one closed right there. I'm hoping there's not gonna be too many closed because I don't really want to put on my rain suit just yet, so let's hope this is the only one. And it was just that one tip that was closed. So now I'm going to just put this pivot on %. And look at this, this is a brand new panel box that the Matic's coming out with. It's all touchscreen and everything. So anyways, I want it Okay, what I want it to do at least 1 inch, and then reverse. There you go. Look at that, that's actually kind of cool. It even comes with a little pen if you want to use it like that. You can, but it's just touchscreen. Kind of cool. But yeah, this pivot is now running. It's gonna start watering this field. Once this half is done being watered and it's to that end, then we're gonna spread fertilizer on that end and then let the pivot just keep on going back to that end. So now it's gonna be time to go list up some more beds. So the field that I said that I was gonna do, which is right back there, the pivot just got off of there, so it's a little bit too wet. So I'm gonna move to a new field. I'm just going to quickly fold up. I'm gonna put these chains, hook them up here, fold up, and then I'll move a couple miles that way, and then there's 3 half circles that I can finish. So 3 60-acre plots that I can finish before I'll have to move back here, and then I'll come back here and then I'll finish this. Hopefully it'll rain. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy. Hoping it'll rain and then it'll work a little bit better. Then we can, because we're making rows, then we can hopefully go a little bit further outside of the field, because it's very dry right now. You try to do anything with this, it's not doing anything. So if it rains, we can go further out of the field, basically sand fighting it, and it's not going to blow as much dust, and that's going to help in the future like crazy. But as for now, I'm just going to move to a new field. All right, just got here to the next field, got myself all set up, put my cables back on, I'm unfolded. I shifted myself over right where I want to be with the pivot and everything. So I'm just backing up to the edge of the circle where I want to be, and that's, I think we're just about there. And I want to turn my iTech on. So now, well, my iTech wasn't working. Let's just back up just a little bit more. Well, what you doing? Okay, well now we're centered. Beautiful. And now doing my first pass on the new field. So it's looking pretty good. On the previous field I had to adjust my depth a little bit, but on this one it looks like it stayed the same. So I don't know how much I'll be able to cover on this field, because we have a new well right here in the middle of that darker spot right there, and one of the hoses hooked onto that well, and the hose popped off, so it sprayed a ton of water there, and it's actually a low spot right there, so there's a lot of water there. I don't know how wet it's going to be down there, if I'll be able to actually go down there. Maybe I'll just have to skip that for now and then just come back another day and finish that there. But I'll get as far as I can until it gets too wet, and I'll move over to the field right across. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that little bit area right there. I made 2 passes pretty close to this well right here, and where the tire tracks were from the tractor, these middle 2 rows right here, I guess with the tracks of the tractor, I guess compacted the areas there just a little bit, and it didn't quite make as beautiful beds as what I wanted, so we'll just have to wait with that until that dries up a bit. But for now, I can still finish the rest of this half and then also move on to that next field right there. And that's gonna be it for today. Do appreciate y'all for watching. One quick note, if I might add, since I've been running with this handle all day, if you want to know my opinion on it, it's a really great handle. I love it. I have this A button right here. I have this one set to iTech, so this one lets it down and this one back up. And then the iTech also, you know, controls my differential, my 4-wheel drive, and then it also sets the speed. And if I had to say one bad thing about it, which everything has its pros and cons, This doesn't speed up and slow down like what I'm used to with regular IVT. So it slows down and speeds up. A little bit more difficult. You kind of have to get used to it, especially if you want to quickly stop. You're pulling it back to stop, and then you have to put it in the middle and then push the button, wait for it to completely stop, push the button, and then go back forward. So it kind of takes some getting used to. It feels like it's a little bit slower, but that's just something that you got to get used to. But other than that, I love all these buttons, all these functions and everything. That part's amazing. It's just, if anyone's wondering, like if you're considering getting one of these with the handle and everything, it does slow down and speed up a little bit differently than a regular IVT. So that's just my opinion. You do with that information what you want, but that's gonna be it for this video. I do appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.